Mhm. I know you got your little saying that you usually do. I got one now too. Chicago.
What's going on, y'all? It's Big Skilly, your girl's favorite bus operator. I'm here to tell you tourists that come to New York a little secret. You see these buses? You want that New York authentic feeling? Stop taking these buses. They charge you guys $60 a day and $80 a day to hop on and off. You're just wasting your money. You ain't getting that New York feeling. Go and cop yourself one of these Metro cards. It's $33 for a whole week. That's 7 days. You get to travel the train and any bus you want in New York City. Your tour guide is this guy right here who's obviously not from New York. He's from Connecticut, New Jersey, or somewhere on Long Island. He don't know what he's talking about. You get to travel in these buses all over New York City. You get to Times Square. You can go down to Soho, Chinatown, Little Italy, any parts of New York. You get to sit next to New York people complaining about their problems. So you get that good feeling how New York really is. And once you finish all that Midtown Manhattan stuff, you graduate there, you come to the Bronx and ride the bus where people will show you which corner Jose got shot at, what block Ramel got ran off, and which street Eddie caught his girl cheating on, and he ran up and down the block chasing her in his chancletas. So if you want that authentic New York feeling, just ride the MTA bus, alright?
One week. 1 week we're off. I come back. Yeah. Mess stuff up from the very beginning.
What's good,
What's up,
people?
everybody? Welcome to another show. Two Trains of Misfits. What's up, Blunt?
What's good, Pete?
I
What's
gotta
going on?
say, bro, I like the colors.
Oh, may
What
the
is
force
that?
be with you.
And the spirit with you. Did
The
you hear that?
spirit, bro, it's
Did you
Star
hear?
Wars, dude.
What did you say?
I said, may the force be with you.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that part. I heard you say. I heard you say.
He said the spirit. Oh
I heard you
gosh.
say. What is it that they say in church? Peace of the Lord be with you.
Oh.
You know, did you hear what I just found this out that and through TikTok, the Catholic Church changed the response to that for years. I mean, ever since I was a child, when you go to church and the priest says, peace, peace be with you," what's the response? And also with you, right? That's the response we've always said. They
Okay.
changed it. Now is in the spirit.
In
That's
this.
the in the spirit. Peace be with you. In the spirit. That's the response now. I
Womp
mean,
womp.
I haven't been in church in a very long time, but
Yeah, it's
to
been a
think
long
that
time
they
for me too.
changed it, and like the video says, of all the things the Catholic Church should change, they changed this.
Facts.
But
Facts.
anyway, what's up, bro? So again, tell me, what's that? Was that the hat? Because I can't read what the hat says.
Oh, this is Brooklyn me for my boy Cash Flow Rules.
All right.
As
Well,
he's
shout
doing
out.
things. Yeah, yeah. Sponsored by Cash Flow Rules Ordinance. It was good, man.
Not much, man. So, we had to take that week. Couldn't make it. By the way, Blunt, I gotta say straight right now. Uh, I got an appointment for next Monday,
Okay.
which I cannot change. It's been changed twice already, and it's just the hour when they give it. It's gonna be in the evening, and just for you folks to know, on Monday, unless Blunt wants to go and do a solo,
Nope.
and keep going. Cause hey, you always said the show must go on. So
Yep. But I'll be fucking out cold.
But okay,
Mondays. Mondays is
right.
not good for me.
I will not be able to come on next Monday. I will not be on time. So,
Well, it depends. If it's something that's really important, I have like a couple of topics that are really important, then I'll do
yeah,
it. But most of the time, it's not that important, so
right, right.
I just sleep it off.
All right. Well, hey, get your beauty sleep. You need it. So, what's going on? What are we talking about today? Oh, we have quite a few things. Hopefully, we won't have time for all of it, but let's start with this story. MTA. Where is it? Where is it? It's right.
Chicago.
Where's that from? I know where's that from. That's what's his name? I was just watching a video of him. Um, uh, Pet Detective.
Yeah,
Pet Detective.
it's one of my favorites, man. Pet Detective.
So yeah, guys, just I believe it was like a couple of days ago, a man opened fire after being kicked off of an MTA bus for evading the fare, striking an MTA worker. Now, this happened. This was Louisiana and Pennsylvania Avenue, I believe, a B eighty
East New
two,
York.
East New York, a B
Hmm.
82. So as soon as this, as soon as the story came up, a lot of people see. This is why when something is posted, you need to read the whole thing. Don't just go by. You see
Context is
this,
everything.
you
Hmm.
see this, and right away you saw comments like, "Well, bus operators are not
Hmm.
supposed to get off the seat. Bus operators are not supposed to argue the fare. Blah 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 blah." Well, we know that, but if you take a moment and you would have read the story, you would have seen that it was not the bus operator. It was actually the Eagle team. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Eagle team, it's a group of what is it? Retired operators and something else. I forgot what it is. But cops and things like that. They get hired to stand at certain locations and see who pays the fare. If they don't pay the fare, they take them off. So in this instant, I also found out that they work in teams of six. So the MTA's Eagle team works in teams of six. This man got on the bus, and I guess he didn't pay, so the Eagle team got on and escorted him off the bus, and they walked him to the box where you're supposed to,
Pay your fare.
pay the fare. Because in these buses, those of you that don't know, those double buses, accordions, as a lot of people call them, a lot of we have them out here where you pay outside with the MetroCard, you get a little ticket, you walk on the bus through any of the three doors. That's used on those accordion buses, the SBS lines, and you just have your ticket. And if anybody asks you, you show that receipt, and that's it. You keep it going. So this man didn't pay his fare. The Eagle team escorted him out. They walked him to the pay hub, and as they were walking back, he turned around and started shooting at them. Just shot them all up. He hit one of them. Uh, a bullet grazed one of his calves, and he was taken to the hospital. He's fine. He came okay. But until a couple of days ago, I think yesterday, they caught this guy. They caught this bum. Name was Samuel White. So we see him right here. If you could see the picture on the right with the bus, those cameras that we have on those buses, they are crisp. There's no denying the technology that we have in the buses for cameras. You not grain or nothing like that. It is like 4K.
Hmm.
You know, so they caught the guy, but Blunt, all this time I was thinking, and again, I was one of those that didn't read the whole story at the beginning. When I heard that it was an Eagle team, I kind of stopped and thought, so this must have been like a scene from the 18. You ever when they have the shootouts in the 18 all the time, there was always a shootout, but nobody ever got killed, nobody ever got shot.
Yeah,
Some over here thinking that they're going back and forth shooting, but the Eagle team
they
is
don't
not
have
armed,
guns. Yeah, they don't have guns. They're not there for that. They just there to
right?
kick you off.
So. That's kind of scary now that I thinking about it.
It it all depends on what area you're going to. Now they know not to go to that area and do shit because it ain't gonna work. You know, in certain areas you just can't do that. It's just like when you driving the bus. In certain areas you can't tell people, "Hey, listen, the fare's 275 or whatever it is now," because it just breeds hatred. It breeds
Yeah.
anger. It breeds a reaction that you don't want. You know, so you can't. MTA is slowly learning now. Now that somebody got shot, now now is a good time, and I'm not trying to how you say take advantage of the moment, but I guess I am. So, but now is a good time for hello, hi.
What
Now
happened?
is a, I forgot to put my light on.
Oh well, lighting was all right.
Now is a good time for the union to press the issue about operator safety. So you have a team that's dedicated for fair evasion, and they got shot at. One actually got hit. So imagine an operator who's just sitting vulnerable in his chair with a little plastic board in front of him, talking about pay your fare, and he just starts shooting. Where you trapped basically in your chair. So
Exactly.
now's a good time for the union to bring up the issue of operator safety and get them get you guys the closed doors that you need to have that full section fully closed off, and with at least bulletproof glass. You know, especially for
Yeah.
ones in East New York, there's certain lines need to have that. You know, it's like if you go to certain Chinese stores, which is not really everywhere, but certain Chinese stores or
Asian.
even certain bodegas, at a certain time they close down and put the bulletproof glass up. It's just the same thing. You know, certain routes you got to have that full enclosure because people just are pressed. You know, so yep.
Yeah, and this goes to show to our coworkers that to stop asking for the fare and stop arguing with customers over the fare. Because you see, this man got on the bus. He had a weapon on him. You know, supposedly that it would have been the bus operator that would have told him you got to get off. Imagine if it would have been the bus operator that told him you got to get off. I think this story would have been totally different tonight
It would have been
because
on the
this had nothing to do with the
news.
bus operator. This was just the Eagle team that caught him. They escorted him out. They were not even cuffing him or arresting him or even giving him a summons. They were actually giving him a break. They would take him to the spot where he just has to pay for his fare,
Yeah,
and then
they took him. They scored him to go pay his
yeah,
fare. But
and then they were walking away, and this happened.
what's one of the things I always say? You never know what other people are going through. You never know what's the last straw, and that was the last straw for him. He was like, you know what? The disrespect is too much. It just here, hold that. A couple of hot rocks for you.
Yeah. So guys, this goes to my coworker. Just stop with complaining or arguing with customers about the fare. It's not our job. They walk in, button you got to hit. You just keep it moving.
Well, keep in mind, pass me
Don't.
by, hit the F5. That's it.
That's it. Do not
That's
take
it.
chances. And we've spoken in the past saying you gotta, like, you kind of mentioned it. You gotta pick your battles. Just don't pick any. Don't pick any. You sometimes you say, "Oh, I think you could probably tell this person. Oh, they look like." Don't. Just leave them all alone. Forget about picking a battle. It's not our problem. If they're attacking those that are supposed to protect from fare beaters, imagine us. So it's not worth it.
I
It is
mean,
the
it
best
should
thing.
also show the mayor and those who are in power uh, that they should have never taken away transit police. They should have never took away from them because everybody else is just going to be disrespected. And who
Exactly.
knows? He probably would have shot at cops too because, like I said, it probably was his last straw. Like he was like, you know what, the hell with this. You, know, you never know what other people going through.
Yeah, we don't
You
know
know?
what was going through that guy's mind.
You don't know.
But it took a day or two, I think, and they caught him. So he's being charged with what do you call it, attempted murder and a couple other charges.
He
So
got caught because he wanted to. Because usually you ain't catching him.
he probably just didn't care.
He didn't care. You know?
I mean, it
Let me tell
shows
you
what
something. You could
what
have
he
had
did right
somebody.
there in front of everybody to do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
he could have. I'm not saying this is what happened, but he could have just came from the hospital and they told him, "Nigga, you got 2 days to live." You know what I mean? And he's
you
like, you know what?
always take it a little
I,
further.
I you
But
don't
you're
know.
right. You're right. You're right.
You
We don't
don't
know what's
know.
going on.
You don't know what's going on. Right? Somebody
Hmm.
told him, yo, you got 2 days to live, and here they come pulling him off the bus. He's just trying to get home to eat or get some num num from his
Hmm.
girl, and you pulling him off, stopping him from getting his last rocks off. So hold these real quick. I ain't got nothing to lose. So here, hold that. You just don't know what other people are going through. People mask things very well. People mask things. Look at. Here's a test. Go on Facebook. Find somebody who's always posting happy stuff and ask them, is your life really like that? And 9 out of 10 times they're gonna say no. That's just me posting stuff. Yeah, a lot of projection going on, and that's what a lot of people do when they walk the streets. They project this everything's great vibe when people are going through struggles, and you just don't know. And a lot of people have this whole stigma, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but a lot of people have this stigma of not going to see therapy, not going to seek professional help to deal with their mental issues. A lot of that stuff gets balled up and pushed down inside until it erupts into something terrible. So I'm always saying, man, go seek a therapist, especially if you work with transit. Your medical covers it, so you ain't got to come out of pocket. You may have to do a copay or whatever, but it's covered. You have somebody to talk to, air out those demons, because I know everybody driving has one. So
Yeah,
go
and like
see
you
him.
mentioned before, we should have them. We should definitely have them at every depot. Someone that's
Yeah,
there.
that should be part of the job. I mean, I would love to fight for that, but there's other more. I don't know if I could say more
NYPD
pressing,
has it.
but
There's a show I've been watching about hospitals, and they have them in the hospitals.
yeah,
Even
they
the
have to.
hospitals for
You know how
surgeons and all
much.
that, they have them.
You
You
know who
lose.
else? Hospitals has them. 911 operators have them.
Oh,
Like
for
it's like
sure.
it's a priority. Like you have to have it. You can't. Even psychologists have psychologists that they have to see. I was like, really? She's like, my psychologist told me, yes, they have to, because they deal with so much other people's stuff that it starts to affect them, whether they know it or not. So they have to have someone to talk to make sure that they're stable enough to do the job.
Yeah, because they're
So
pretty much taking in that person's problems and figuring out how to help that person with that
right.
issue. Sometimes they're really bad
But it's
problems
not
they're
just
dealing with.
it's not just
And you take that in, you take that in. You
they
have
take it in, but they have to figure out a way of helping you
mm,
figure it out, because they can't. They A good psychiatrist or psychiatrist, which is two different things, uh, should never tell you what to do. They should never tell you what to do. If you see a professional and they start telling you what to do, drop them, find somebody else. A good psychologist or psychiatrist will help you figure out how to figure it out yourself.
find your answer, find the answer.
Find your own answer. And that empowers you even more because you figured it out. And I don't know about, I can't really speak for women, but that's a big deal for us men. We don't like to take unsolicited advice. We like to always fix things ourselves.
Hmm.
And for us to fix our own problems that we couldn't fix just by talking to somebody else is a huge weight off our shoulders. And it also empowers us to try even harder. So go see a psychiatrist, go see a psychologist, go seek a professional, a health coach, something that has to do with fixing your mind. It's not just your body, it's your mind. And the job itself is a very mental game. It's an extremely tasking mental game driving a bus. If you sit in the front row of a bus, and this is for those who may not work for transit, or even for those who work for transit but just don't drive a bus or a train. But you can't really tell in the train. But on a bus, if you sit in the front seat and you watch the bus drop operator, if he's good or if he does what he's supposed to be doing, his head should never be fixed. It should always be moving from side to side. His eyes should be moving. There's a million things that he has to look out for while just driving from one light to the next. And that is mentally taxing, which is worse than physical. So yeah, go see a psycho. Go see a professional. Am I beating y'all up with the yeah?
That's okay. That's okay. But it's true. It's good advice. Speaking of advice and speaking of professionals, I think we need a visit from our professional.
Oh, we do. Where he go? I
You
think he
know,
left.
our relationship expert. A relationship expert. Is he in the house today?
I don't know where he's at. I lost him. I think he got lost today. I usually have him up here.
Oh, so maybe he's not gonna pop in today.
Probably not. I don't know where he went.
Are you sitting on him?
No, no. I usually have him with my friend here.
Mm,
It's my little homeboy.
that goes with that cup that you're drinking. That freaking what do you call it? Game of Thrones. Freaking
Is that my
thing you
mug?
got there.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
my
a cool
coffee
mug.
mug?
Cool mug, bro.
Coffee is good too. I got this new stuff called it's called KOS Coles. K is KOS something like that.
Mm.
It's supposed to be a coffee substitute, right? Hold on a second.
A coffee substitute.
It's like a coffee substitute, but what it is basically like you're supposed to switch it from drinking coffee. You drink this instead. It's like mushrooms. You probably seen the TikTok commercials with K1 and what's that mud water. It's something like that, but this is like just it's just like a powder. It's all mushrooms and stuff like that. So you're supposed to switch your coffee to that. But what I did, because I wasn't sure how it was going to taste, like, they usually, they always, oh, this tastes great. This tastes great. I tried that Kavala. I don't know if you ever seen
I
that
heard about
commercial.
that. Yeah, yeah.
I tried that, and they'd be like, oh my god, that shit tastes like dirt. I'm like, what are you talking about? It tastes so good. I mean, I tried everything. It tastes like dirt. Whatever you put in it, it tastes like
Good
whatever
dirt.
you put in it, whatever you put in it, and dirt. So it's just too much. I couldn't do it. This actually tastes like chocolate. So my coffee, because I put it with my coffee. It's supposed to be a coffee substitute, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna put coffee.
You add it to your coffee.
Yeah, I took a scoop and put it at the bottom of the cup, and then I did my coffee like I usually do. It tastes fucking great. It tastes like
And why
chocolate
would
coffee.
you not want to drink coffee though? Why would you want to substitute a coffee?
Well, I just want the health benefits of the mushroom because I don't eat mushrooms. You eat mushrooms?
On my pizza, I've had it.
Yeah,
There's
I
been
don't.
some dishes that have mushrooms that I eat it. Yeah, I eat them. I don't have an issue with
Yeah,
that.
no,
The
but
one I haven't tried is that big one that looks like a steak. They say it tastes like meat.
yeah,
I forget the name of it.
I don't
Big
like the
freaking
texture. I don't like nothing about mushrooms.
no.
So I don't get none of the benefits. So this is a way of getting the benefits without actually eating
Is there
mushrooms.
something else that you could eat instead of mushrooms and get the same benefit? It's got to be something else.
Well, yeah,
Like
there's
vitamins,
other things.
a
I mean, you
pill,
could, yeah. But
a
why not
vitamin.
get it? Why not get it from the source, right? If you
Yeah, man.
grind down the mushrooms, you get the cancer fighting. There's a lot of health benefits to mushrooms. I
Hmm.
just don't eat mushrooms, and I know you should, but this is a way of working around. There's always another way. There's always a
Okay.
way.
All right. Works for you, bro.
hmm
Maybe one day I'll try that Cavala thing. I'll look it up and see what. No, you said it's no good. It tastes like mud.
I'll show you. I'll show you later what I have. It's called KO.
Buh.
This one's pretty good. This is pretty good. Tastes pretty good.
Mm-mm.
I'm drinking hot cocoa here.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah,
mocha?
like a mocha. Yeah,
Like a mocha?
yeah. They call it in. I'm sorry. They call it what they call it in Starbucks. Frappuccino, caramel, frappuccino, some shit, some stuff.
That's similar
I,
little
they always have some
white
crazy
people names. I don't know.
name. Easy.
Hey,
We just got canceled.
yeah, like that, like that video of would you like I like a large coffee? Oh, you want a venti? He's a venti is not large. Venti is
Oh, that you
20
saw
in
that one?
Spanish. Yeah, it's from a
Yo,
movie. It's from a movie.
yo, he broke it down though.
Yeah, and they're like, "Why are you talking like that? That's not how you talk."
He broke it down. Listen, guys, the views and opinions of those that you heard are those of Brooklyn Pete. Not
Hey, that's from a movie. So I'm
send,
just trying to quote the movie.
say your hate letter,
The
NWO
real
style.
Brooklyn Pete. Uh, you know, Let me really quick. I want to post it before we go to our next. We want to talk about because I think that we deserve a little credit. I don't know if you're gonna feel the same way, but um,
I think we always
let,
deserve some credit.
we deserve a little credit for this. But let me post this up. So, we just got our contract demands. I meant to send it to you. We got our contract demands. The local, right? Local 100. I'm putting it up on the screen. A whole bunch of stuff up there,
Oh
and
man, wish you would have sent me.
some of them just sound ridiculous. But whatever. They have no increase in medical contribution, which is pretty cool.
Oh wait, hold on.
Um,
Which side is this from? This is from the local or
the local
from?
100. That's right. Look at it right there. twlocal100.org.
Yeah,
It's
no,
from our local. It's
this
from
is
our local.
from the
It's
local
it's on the page.
to transit. Okay.
It's on the website. Yeah. Or MTA TAOA MTA bus. This was as of April 17th. They posted this. These are the main table economic demands. There's a long list. Not gonna go through it, but some of them, yeah, okay, hazard pay. But then the first one that they wrote, substantial wages increases in each year of the agreement. Why couldn't they just put the amount, the percentage that they want?
Well, the
Why
reason
not
they
write
don't,
an amount?
I can understand that because you don't want to show your cars just yet.
Yeah, but
So, would you?
substantial, they that's just
Yeah,
leaving it
that's
open to
right.
whatever they want to put on the table.
Well, substantial mean you better come to the table. No bullshit. I get that one. I get that one because you don't want to play your hand before you want them to make the first offer. So then you can say,
Hmm.
no,
Yeah.
no. You see where they're at. You see where they're at. So I can get that. But hazard pay. I think the governor, not the governor, one of the mayor, somebody was saying that they actually want to do that for the city workers. The hazard
Yeah.
pay.
What else they got
Yeah,
here? Increase death and family to 5 days. So that's kind of cool.
five
Maintenance pay
days.
increase. Um, this is kind of good. Include more family members that qualify for death and family. Usually it's just your mom, your dad, your brother, your
The
son,
spouse. Right.
spouse. So now maybe it could be your uncle. Some
Yeah,
other family
that should
member.
be. I think that should be left up to the individual, like who they want to leave it to.
Yeah.
But folks, what speaking of that, guys, if you haven't updated your information, don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till the last minute. If you got divorced or if you had some kind of life changes, get your paperwork straightened out now because you never know. You might be giving your ex, you might be giving your ex all your money when you got your spouse at home
Yeah, you have to
fighting,
go check. Yeah, because you opened that.
fighting.
You put all you wrote all that when you first started the job, and you could have been with somebody else, and you just
Hmm.
totally forgot about it. Yep.
Totally forgot about it. So this is a good time to go and get that straightened out.
So I'm not going to go through all these, but guys, you could, if those of you that need to know this, you could, freeze the screen, take a
What
picture
up,
of it.
Aaron?
But the one
Aaron
was up,
says.
Aaron.
Aaron says what?
We
What's
need Coley or
yeah? What is that? What is
Kulo. What?
COLI?
I need Kulo too.
The views and opinions that you heard.
But no, listen, check this out, Blunt.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this quite a few times, and I don't know, but I feel
Do,
that we gave this push, and
do
it's
we need?
on here,
Do we need
and
your
it
subsidy?
says provide for autism care and medical benefits.
Wait, that was on the list.
It's on the list. It's
Wait,
the third from the last.
we'll put that back up
Provide
because
for
I took it off.
autism care and medical benefits. Now, I know that you have brought this up to our vice president. We've been talking about this. Spoken to Aaron, my our depot chair. We spoke to Rob Martinez, a couple of people. We've passed the word, I believe. I
Mhm.
and I'm just saying this because of all the times that we've been
We
doing
still got
these
a petition.
shows,
We
yeah,
still have
and
our
talking
petition.
about it,
Hmm.
we have not seen anybody of those that do their shows on internet after we did ours and they started doing theirs to have spoken about it. So I I might be wrong, but I feel that this might be a push that came from here because we spoke about it so much. So I don't know. I don't know, but it's kind
And
of. I wish they would have just put on there what it is because, um, what is it? Autism care. I mean, there's a few of those that are covered, are pretty much covered. They do it in school. They come to your house and it's covered. But the one that is not covered is ABA. So I'm hoping they're listening that part that we need is ABA, and we have to get back into this because we started this, and we got to talk about it again. Maybe on the next show we'll bring it up. We'll bring up the guests that we had the last time. I've been waiting for my child's doctor to get in touch with me because she said that she was hoping to push whatever she can about this. But she's like a
you gotta
really
follow.
main big time doctor out here for autism, and
You know, she could sign the petition and have
she
everybody
did.
at the office. Oh, okay.
She did. She
Get
did.
everybody in the office. Guys, if
Yeah.
you want to sign the petition, it's still up there, right there on the screen, change.org, ABA for transit workers. Please go ahead and do that. The more people that sign it, the more chances are of actually having. It's actually on the table now, so that's something great.
Yep.
Um, Aaron, when you get a chance, text me your size. I got a shirt for you. I have an ABA shirt for you. I have an ABA shirt. I want to send you one. So we can
Cool.
get
Cool.
Aaron to wear the shirt. You can get a couple people wearing the shirts,
That'll be
to spread
nice.
the word.
That'll
Yeah.
be nice.
I'll tell you, I want to, if anything, if I could get my inputted, I do want to name that little thing after your son.
Ah.
I really do. That would be so, like, that would be a life dream for me to have it named after your son.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it will be great, but the fact that we get that service for all children in MTA that
Right?
have
No,
that
great.
needs that service.
Hell yeah, that's definitely that's that's the bigger picture, um,
Aaron, yeah, I'm gonna give you his number. Aaron
yeah,
said to give you the number. I'll give you the number after the show.
that would be my chest would be like this for about a year or two. What up?
And me, my eyes will be red for a year after that.
Puffy and shit.
Puffy. Team Michael. Team Michael, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. So we were talking about safety for the operators you brought up with this whole shootout, right?
Yeah.
And just when you think that things cannot get any worse, check this out. Major Adams endorses a pilot program for
Major,
free buses in New York City.
major.
Did I read it wrong?
You said major.
May Mayor. You know, I
Oh
was
my
born here, but
god!
I grew up in PR, so there are a lot of words that I just screw up. A lot of screw up.
Yeah.
Uh, one of them, anyway. I'm not gonna mention any other words because you're gonna have a feel with that.
You know
But
what?
yeah,
I don't care because you always corrected me, so I'm gonna get
yeah,
you.
and you know what? I like being corrected. I don't like to people let me slide if I say a word wrong anywhere at home, whatever. When they say this, it's just something when they say, "Did you say?" Blah, blah, blah? I said, just tell me how to say it. That's it. And I learned. Thank you. That's it. Mayor Adams. Mayor Adams. Mayor. Okay. Matter of fact, when I was writing the description on here for our show, I wrote it with a J.
Mahomes.
No, bro, major. I was written major. I wrote major. So that's
That's my
why.
favorite word. That's my favorite word. I'm sorry.
Mom. Yeah. All right. All right. So anyway, there you go.
Okay,
Choke on a
next.
bitch.
What's next? Oh my god.
So it sounds so good, right? It sounds like, wow, free buses coming to New York. No, this is
Well, we
gonna
talked
be,
about that before about the free buses.
yeah, but it's changed since we talked about it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be two buses, two bus lines in every borough. Two, two bus lines in every
Are they
borough.
making? Okay, finish it because
Yeah, that's
I
what they're
got
gonna do.
questions.
That's the proposal. Those routes have not been decided yet, but the Assembly's proposal stipulates that in each borough, one would have to serve a low income community and the other a commercial corridor. But
Okay, so 35, either 35 or the 43.
well, the 35 covers both those
Mm,
locations, low income and the corridor, the what do you call it? What did I say it was?
commercial
Commercial
corridor.
corridor. But
It's either the 35 or the 43. I mean, they don't pay no fucking way, so.
yeah, and our depot. So
No, but
guys,
then
yeah,
again,
those are operators from our bus operators.
you got the 82 too.
Yeah. Comment
Shout
below
out
and
to
tell us if you are from another depot other than Gleason, because that's where
right. That's all we know.
we know. Yeah.
Which route in your depot you think should be free? I I
Which two lines? Because they need
I,
one
I,
for the what was it again? A
one for
low income
commercial,
community and a
right? And one for
commercial corridor. In your
right.
depot, which two lines do you think should have it? But this is
Shout,
gonna be a problem. Guys, shout out to who?
I'm sorry. Shout out to Keisha of East New York Depot who used to be at Gleason. When I was an operator, I used to when she left Gleason and went and went to East New York, and I used to pass her on the 35, and she was on the 82. No, was it 82 or the 15 that is over there? Was it the 15 by Mother Gaston?
Yeah,
Is it the
15.
15?
The
15?
60? The
Not
60?
the 60. No, I think it's like the 15 or the 82. I think it's the 15.
15.
That runs along the same side
That's the
as
one
the
that goes to
35.
the airport.
Yeah, right. The 15. I used to pass her. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but I used to pass her, and every day I used to be like this. Oh my god, because her bus was always like this, packed with packed. It was just to be packed, and she'd be stressed. I'd be like, I'm sorry, man. You want to come back to Gleason? Okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I just see a problem with this. Like Aaron just said, they are all free already.
They're
Yeah.
all free already.
But
Exactly.
I just see a problem because let's say tourists, right? Let's say there's two bus lines in Manhattan. They'll get on that bus and the operator will be like, no, it's free. It's a free bus. Okay. Now they're going into Brooklyn, you know? They take a bus to go into Brooklyn when they get off that one and they just strolling in. And be like, excuse me, where you going? It's not free. So, and we're not supposed to tell them to pay the fare on top of that. So, kind of making the whole system free. People are going to be upset. People in that line, why is the 35 free? Like why not the 68? How come the
It's
15 is not free?
I kind of agree with you to a point. Like
It
I
what I'm
think
saying is either make it all free or wait until you could do it. Make it all free, maybe for a specific time of the year. Look through COVID, all the buses were free, right? All of them. Every line was free at one point. Come into the back and it was free. So they could do it, right? So if they're gonna do it, don't don't just nitpick different lines because it's just gonna cause chaos, I think. It's gonna cause chaos. People are gonna be fighting. They're gonna be upset that they gotta pay and they don't have to pay.
well, I tell you one thing. If I was an operator and they started doing two lines in each borough,
You're
you know
gonna
which line I'm picking.
you're picking the line that's free.
I'm picking a free line. That's one
Yeah,
less headache for
good
me.
luck with that. That's gonna be all the seniors gonna be jumping on that.
That's okay. I ain't got to worry about them paying the fare or trying to sneak. Gonna get a ride. Gonna get a ride. Hey, it's free. Go ahead, bro. Keep it moving.
I wonder if they're
Right?
gonna be painted a certain way or a sign on the bus outside that they know
It
that it's
should be. It
free.
should be a different color.
Something.
I kind of feel like um those buses that go to the airport should be free because those are really busy buses.
like
Those
a
are really busy
like
buses.
shuttles, like
Yeah, it
shuttles
should
to.
like they. Well, I think they proposed that like shuttle buses for free.
Hmm.
You know, I think that should mean interconnect like certain lines that interconnect like that go from the train to the airport. Or why not just start a whole new line that cuts straight through everything in the middle and make that free so you can connect to whatever. You know, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
But
baby steps.
yep, yep, the baby
So it says
steps.
here also studies have revealed that bus riders have lower incomes on average than subway riders and drivers and are more likely to be black or Hispanic. A year of
Jeez.
unlimited monthly rides currently costs more than $1,500. So I don't know. Oh, it also says here. Oh, hold up. Interesting. Interesting. Why did it shoot me all the way up down? Says here. Wow, I lost it.
That's what it says. Wow, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
it is wow.
So B-55, huh? That's what it is.
Fare-free buses have been tried in several American cities in recent years. Boston suspended fare collection on several bus lines last year, while Washington D.C. intends to make all of its local buses free starting in July. Buses and streetcars have been free in Kansas City since 2019. So,
Is Let me ask you a question. Do you know what the crime rate is in Kansas City? Because I know crime is ridiculous in Washington D.C.
yeah,
So they might be picking rural areas.
mm,
So that's how they doing it. Yeah, definitely 35.
yeah, I heard that too, Aaron. They're supposedly they might be going to JFK to be 35. I heard that like 2 years ago too. Anyway,
I know the 15 will be happy, boy, because they be getting slammed.
yep. Same thing with the 68. I heard the proposal that would go to the college, to what's the college over there?
So,
Where the one goes to? That not Brooklyn College.
no, no, it's, oh man, I can't think of the name of the college. I was
Someone
about to
help
say,
me out.
I was about to say York, but that's in Queens. It's not.
No, no. What's the name of that college that the
Oh
B1
man,
goes to already? That community college up there. Something Manhattan. Manhattan is it Manhattan Community College?
No, I don't think so. I
Well,
don't know.
anyway,
Anyway, anyway,
that's packed all the time. So I heard
yeah.
they were trying to make 35 go out there also. So I would think it would be kind of like the 41 out here, where you got one that goes all the way down to Kings Plaza, and then there's one that turns up and goes to Bergen Beach. So maybe you'll have one that goes into Stillwell and another one that turns, right there on Coney Island at where we make the turn and go into the college. So that's the only way I could see that they could probably do it because they're gonna need two. They can't just go all the way to Stillwell and then come back around and go all the way to college. That doesn't make sense. So I feel like they're gonna probably split it up. So like for us, when we pick, we'll have one that goes. Maybe one trip goes to the college, another trip will go Kingsborough, Kingsborough
Mm-hmm.
Community College. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what
B-55.
else
Let me
we
check.
got? Did you hear that we have two new bills, bro? Two new bills passed in Florida on the same day, on the 19th. This is crazy. Let me find them right now because
Florida sucks.
this is
Did
something
you
worth
hear?
talking
Did you
about.
hear that Disney might be moving to like North Carolina?
How's that?
Yeah,
They
because
could
Ron
just build one in
DeSantis.
North Carolina.
Because Ron DeSantis is playing games with them, and they talking about moving to North, either North or South Carolina, one of those. That
Yeah.
would be such a huge blow for Florida. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear this while you reading, looking for your thing?
Mm.
Uh, Tucker Carlson no longer works for Fox.
Why?
They split ways. Friday was his last show.
Mm.
That is crazy. But yeah,
Everybody been talking about Fox.
They just settled their lawsuit and they still got like a couple more going. So I wouldn't be surprised to see more heads flowing. I don't know.
So check this out. So the first story is this one right here. Florida Republicans passed a bill allowing trans kids to be removed from their families.
I'm trying to figure out how do they get these things passed?
It passed.
How the hell do they
So
get these
this
things
would let
passed?
the state take transgender minors away from their families if they're receiving gender affirming care. This passed through a vote of 82 to 31. And there was a previous version that had passed 27 to 12. And this is the amended version now. So Ron DeSantis expressed his support for this bill. And it will likely get signed into law.
Not really. I mean, listen, if people start boycotting Florida, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hmm. But the
And
whole thing about we've spoken about that too, about having children where that can't don't even know what they're gonna be when they grow up.
mhm,
They're minors. They can't, their mind is not there to know what they want in life yet. Some of us are our age still don't know what we want in life, but for a child and then to
I
push
could,
them into, oh, you want to be a girl or you want to be a boy, and then they get them those kind of treatments to help them change. So that's what this is for. It's kind of helping out the children. So I'm okay with that. Truth is, I'm okay with that. I don't know, maybe go that far as to take the child away. I would think that maybe they will have some kind of a warning, and if they continue, then child welfare would step in or whatever. But I think it's a move in the right direction when it comes to protecting our children. Um, I don't know. Uh, I know
the
these parents will
problem
be
is
like, "It's my child," and
for
they want to do this, they want to do that. But if they're 12 years or younger, they should not be going through this. You
shit.
know,
But
and when
here's the thing.
they should go towards those doctors that are giving this medication to these children to help them with their gender affirmity.
Here's, yeah, I don't think the government should step in on that. That's between the parent and the child. But here's the thing about that. Um,
It's about the children, though.
yeah, I know it's about the children, but a lot of them, a lot of, a lot of the, I don't know why, but a lot of
It doesn't
people
it fall
feel
into some
like
kind of abuse. Doesn't it fall into some kind of a child abuse?
if a lot of,
You
a
know,
lot of, a lot of the LGBTQI, whatever the hell, how many letters in that thing. A lot of them feel like they're
LGBTQI
born
plus.
that way. So they feel like
Hmm.
they're born that way. And so if they start expressing it early on in life, I just feel like, let me just put it like this. I just feel like nothing should be done until that child is old enough to vote. Once they're old enough to vote, if they feel like having a sex change or whatever, then it's on them. Until then, um,
Right.
leave it alone.
So they're
Leave it
minors,
alone.
so they shouldn't be okay to get gender affirming care.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't
They're
be.
too
To me, it feels like that's them forcing them. Even though,
exactly
even if they say, "Oh, I want to do that," well, you're gonna have to wait until you're
a
of
certain
age,
age.
and then you could do what you want with your own body.
Hmm.
Because a lot of the time, well, I know I can't say a lot of the times, but I've
You
read
want
a
to be at
couple of
home and play
times.
dress up, fine. But you want to go to
Yeah,
school and play dress
sometimes
up,
it's not
fine.
even that it's not
But
even that serious for some of them. It's just that they
hmm
just want to feel a certain way, and then they go and they have this operation, and they all of a sudden now they regret it.
yeah,
No, I don't want to. And now you stuck. Now you got the operation. You stuck. It's kind of like people who commit suicide, who the minute they jump, and I've read this, and there's actually footage,
many that have came
documentation.
back that didn't
They said
die.
the minute I jumped or whatever, I changed my mind. It's like you in the air now, buddy. That you
Hmm.
can't do nothing about it. So you got to let them. They have to develop mentally, fully, to the point where they can at least vote, and then let them do what they want to do. But not. I don't see why a doctor would actually go through with
Prescribe.
giving them. Yeah, I know that you can't. It's not like I know that it's not like getting prescribed medication. It's a whole series of things that you have to do
Hmm.
before the doctors actually prescribe the medication or whatever it is that they do to do the gender affirming. But still, that shouldn't that shouldn't be. Doctors should not do that. Uh, that's
And
me.
with you saying that, doctors, part of the bill, doctors who violate any of those new rules could be charged with a felony.
Hmm. Yeah. See, again, mm, I could see that. I could see that because you have some doctors that are just straight quacks. All they in is
Hmm.
for the money.
Hmm.
So I could see that. I could see that.
Or they're
I could
for
get
that,
behind that.
or they're also for that. They support that those actions, but you still got to think that the child is those children are too young.
Yeah, they're not ready yet.
And
They, I
you and I,
mean,
we don't have problems with that. We don't have problems with our community. We don't have problems with no trends, whatever it is. But it's just when it comes to kids that we have that feeling that no, too young. A certain
hmm
age are just too young. The
yeah,
the other bill that's coming through. Check this one. Let's see how you feel about this one. Death penalty for child sexual abusers.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeesh.
that's the other one. Where's
Death
it at?
penalty for child sexual abusers. And I'm not one for. I've never been an advocate for the death penalty. Um,
Well,
so I don't know
you
how I
think,
feel about
God
that.
forbid, if it was your child that was being, you know, sexually abused at a young age, and you find out who this is, and we've talked about it. You said, dude's gonna be pushing daisies. You know, it's all the time, raping little girls. Um,
I feel like if this, I don't know.
the proposal passed with a vote of 34-5 on Tuesday. The
I
bill
think
was
that's.
passed. Um,
I feel like that's giving the government too much power.
think so.
Yeah, I think because you know what, I don't know. I don't have that much trust in the government for them to decide somebody should die or not. Let me decide.
Well, because they have some that are like what they says here, like serial rapists. So they get this child, they continue, then they move on to the next one. They do it over and they do it over and over and over again. So
Like you don't have to. I mean, I'm gonna
if
say
I
I'm gonna
was to
say
catch
this.
somebody that was doing that to one of my children, I'll give them the death penalty myself. It's
Exactly.
just I don't
That's
care.
why I kind of feel a little hypocritical at this point because
Hmm.
I know if it was me, that motherfucker's gone, no
Yeah,
question.
because the
But
argument is that those who sexually harm kids are likely to repeat their crime,
right,
so that way they deserve the
why you
ultimate
can't just
punishment.
castrate them, right? Cut their shit off. Now what you doing? You gonna finger them? Now if you finger them, then you kill them.
Well,
If they have a serious
they
problem,
they might find some other way of doing that too. I mean,
right? Then that's when you take care of it. But I think you need to
so
find a way of
castration.
helping them get over that. Although I wouldn't trust them after that, but killing them outright, I don't know. Unless it's mine, you know. If it's
Yeah,
mine,
that's like you said, when
let me
it's in
do it.
your court,
Hmm.
when it hits home, you would definitely be okay with that.
Definitely, I would. I'd be like, don't press charges. No, I don't want to press charges.
Let him go. Just tell me where he
Mm,
lives.
that's it. And turn your head. Look that way.
Yeah,
Mm,
but definitely. But those are two bills that are will be passing in Florida. I wonder how Florida's taking this too.
I
For
don't
it to
know,
pass
man.
in Florida, what does that say about Florida? What's going on in Florida that they need to pass this law?
He's running for presidency. He's trying to make a name for himself. That's what
Mm.
that is. And he's going to run Florida to the ground. Like people just, I don't know.
No,
Florida just
you already
sucks.
mentioned that Disney's planning on leaving.
Yeah, they want to leave. They talking about going to North Carolina because it's idiot.
So, guys, if you've been watching, comment. Let us know how you feel about these topics that we spoke today. Just when you put your comment, let us know what your comment is about. what topic it is before you just throw an answer. If it is that you want a response, because you'll say I can't stand that, whatever. We don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it's our show that you can't stand. So you got to let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And before we
Share it
go, I
out.
have a really quick thing. Check this out. Um, about the slap, the slap boxing that it's become big, especially in Vegas, right? Slap boxing. They have men that are slap boxing, like here.
Oh, pivot. Come on, call a pivot.
We've got a striker foul. Sit down.
There you go. There you go. Stay in there.
Yo, I could never see myself doing something like that. But it's become big. It's like a freaking sport, especially in Vegas. And women do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Women do it too. I don't have a clip of that, but I have a clip of something. They're always talking about women belittling themselves and power to the women, all that. But there's always something that for a woman to do this. Just check this out. This is an actual women's slap competition, but there's a twist to it.
Let's give it up. Hi, Roxana. Splash that. Bam! Alright, Alexandra Ioha se focusează către partea aceea care trebuie să o domine. Oh la la, te invidiez. Alexandra, that's what's up. Alexandra a ales să dea cu palmele de sus în jos, are o zonă.
That is a strictly male chauvinistic shit.
But the women are going for it, though. The women are putting
course.
themselves in this. But you saw the last one. I think she cheated because she went like this, and it's like
She
she
went-
her nail, kind of like trying to scratch her.
I mean, that's all going to come crashing down until they get the ugliest female with the hugest butt with a bunch of dimples. They're going to, because you see those chicks.
Yeah, I saw you behind the camera. You were enjoying that.
Hell yeah.
You were
shit,
both
I'm
enjoying that pretty much.
black.
Yes,
Look how
sir.
many people were in the ring with them. Like, do you need that many people in the ring with them? Ain't it supposed to be just the referee and them? It was like 6
And
men
they're
in there.
all like focused. They're all focused. I wish we had referees like that in sports, in other sports, right? Where they're actually focused on what's going on. Not like, referee, you're blind, you didn't see that. No, with this, yeah, they see every single move.
They watched everything. Yeah, Then they got on pumps. What's the outfits for? Like I can see the G string, but they got on pumps. Like, come on, man. That's we know what that's about. That got nothing to do with no slapping, but whatever.
Let's finish with some good news. Want to finish with some good news? It's been a while.
That wasn't good news. Okay.
Tell me something good.
Driver Sanjay Patel says he was racially abused.
Well, it started with this lady. She got on the bus with a small child, and within moments she started screaming and yelling about how somebody was smoking on the bus. She got to a stop, got off, and as she's going off, she said, "Why don't you go back to where you came from, Africa?"
After witnessing the incident on the journey from Swansea to Newcastle, 11-year-old Brock Keener got up from his seat to speak to Sanjay.
A couple of stops later, young Brock comes up and says, you shouldn't be treated like that. I hope you're okay."
Because I felt bad on how he was treated and he didn't deserve anything like that.
Offering a handshake before getting off the bus, Brock's simple act of kindness has sparked a heartwarming friendship between the pair.
Nobody said that to me ever before after being abused racially or whatever in Australia.
Now the local bus company, Brock's school, and his parents hope his actions will encourage others to do the same.
It's really beautiful to hear that he would take that initiative and be that person to stand up and check in with Sanjay.
I was very proud, definitely very proud.
But incidents like these aren't isolated, with more than 500 cases of drivers copping abuse recorded across the state's bus network in the last 12 months. Transport for New South Wales says it's looking to take more matters to the police.
It shouldn't happen once. No one should be racially vilified for simply just trying to do their job. So we'll take action where we can.
For now, the department has a simple message: be like Brock.
Because I did the right thing and they should too.
Very good. Very nice.
It's going everywhere. It's going everywhere. See, crime is everywhere, even in Australia. Yeah. So, guys, we'll catch you all on our next. Oh yes, one of our bus operators. Yeah, there was a fire in Brooklyn. His home lost a family member. Prayers go out to him. And what else can we say about that? I think there's a GoFundMe. Maybe later on we could post it, or we'll post it on the next one. Or Aaron, if you could send it to us, we could share
Put
it
it in
out.
the description.
Yeah, and we'll put it in the description. So, Blunt, that ending that I had recorded, that's the whole thing in there, or just my ending?
Believe that's the whole thing.
The whole thing, 39 seconds. That's it. All right. Well then, that's it. That's it for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing. If you're a new subscriber, follow us on
Share.
Facebook. Share this along.
Share.
Yeah. Tomorrow
Listen,
we'll share it to other groups. But remember, if you want to
when,
see us live, you want to catch us here on YouTube when we go live on Mondays.
And don't forget, if you haven't already, go to change.org, ABA for Transit Workers, and sign a petition. Help spread the word to get ABA services for transit workers. That'll be a great help. So go there.
Please. Thank you. All right. And with that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete.
And I'm your boy Blunt.
That's the end of our show.
Yep. So fuck him if they can't take a joke.
Good night, everybody. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.